Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. In today's video, we're going to be going over your guys' chart requests. We'll be taking a look at stocks and cryptocurrencies here from the live chat and also from over here inside the Discord. If you guys cannot make the live streams, if you guys are watching the replays, you guys can go ahead and drop your chart requests over here. We left off yesterday right here at FLS and CNDS. We'll be starting today with Huey for Oracle. So let me just go ahead and pull Oracle up real quick. And if you guys got chart requests, if you're joining the live, go ahead and drop those in the chat. And we will continue to answer and provide information here based on the charts. Oracle's the first one we're looking at here today. So I do like how Oracle's back down here at 130. This was a really good trade for us this year. Again, our strategy here at Overkill Trading, guys, is to buy great assets at great prices. How do we do that? Well, the first thing is we have a plan. The second thing is we look at the data. And the third thing is we stay disciplined and stick to our plan and do what we say we're going to do. So here at Overkill Trading, our buying strategy is based on a monthly and a weekly chart. What we want to do is we want to buy when this blue wave is down here below the white line given green dots. So you could see Oracle got one back here in 2025 at 127, and it went all the way up here to around 360. Okay, it then pulled back from 360 all the way down here to around 135. Again, we got our signals down there at the 130, 140, 150 level. It popped up to 260. Got a red dot and pulled back. Okay, so the red dot is our sell signal. The green dot is our buy signal. We want to buy when the wave is way down here, give it a green dot. Why do we want to buy when the wave is all the way down here below the white line? Well, that just means we've experienced a very big drop. Okay, like this one right here in February after we topped out here in September. Okay, that went from 350 all the way down here to around that was 137. Okay, that was a 60% drawdown. So we like buying after big dramatic pullbacks like that. We also use something called a moving average. A lot of you guys are traders. You probably are familiar with what moving averages are, but understanding what moving average we're looking at is very important. So we like to use the 200 EMA, which is the blue line. We also use the 1 year moving average, which is that is the yearly moving average. The blue line is the 4-year moving average. And the orange line is the 9 EMA, which is the 2-month moving average. But the most important one here we like to reference is the blue one. Okay, we want to buy at the 4-year average. Okay, if we're going off of the charts, okay, we want to buy as close to that average as possible. If you come over here to the cheat sheet, again, we have this all laid out for you guys over here in the Discord. The Discord link is in the description. But the mean, this is just another word for average. So this is what represents the psychology of the market. So when things are going up, right, people are very enthusiastic. People are having a good time. People are jumping for joy. We're singing Kumbaya around the fire, right? Up here, okay, when we're way off of the mean like that, when price is way up off of the average, that means things are very good. This is when we want to be sellers, guys. Okay, this is when we want to take profits. Okay, when this wave is up here is when that happens. Okay, when the wave is up here given a red dot is when that happens. And you can see when there's that extension from the mean, okay, when you see we're that far off, we're that far off, we're that far off, we're that far, right, we get a pullback eventually. And then we get buying opportunities. So we actually did buy Oracle down here at like 140, traded it all the way up. We sold it right here around 240. Okay, and it's back down here to actually where we got these signals. So I am looking at Oracle very closely. What I want to see on it, though, is a green dot, right? We want to wait for that confirmation. We don't want to try to guess the bottom. What I can say is that it's back down here to the support that we hit here in 2025. So if I just draw a line where the price is right now, you can see that's at like 132 right now. Look where we bottomed right back here, right? Between 132 and 116. Again, our goal is not to time the exact bottom to the cent, right? A lot of people think we can do that. No one's able to do that, right? We're not going to buy it at $118.86, the exact low. We want to buy in that range, right? And then when we're buying down here, all we're doing is wait until the wave comes back up here and gives us a red dot. Okay, that's what we're doing. So right now on Oracle, we're just waiting for the green dot. I like where the price is, right? We're below the moving average, which tells us, hey, we're down here in despair. This is discount territory. This is a fair price. If you're buying it at the average, if you're buying it at the 4-year, right, you're buying it at a fair price. How do we know we're getting something at a fair price? We have to look at the average, okay? The average price is a fair price. If we're below the average, okay, we're down here at a discounted price. If we're above the average, we're buying it at a premium. We never want to buy at premiums. We never want to buy here. We never want to buy here, okay? We want to buy down here into the average or below it. So the next green dot on Oracle, I think, is going to turn out very, very well. Hey, what's going on, Jason, Marlaw, Jeff, John in the chat. John says, was all over the place before becoming a member of Overkill. Thanks to you, I now have a plan that I feel good about no matter what the market does. That's awesome, brother. Happy to help you, man. Yeah, we have a very specific strategy here, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, we do have a onboarding section over here, so the Discord's free to join. You guys can check out that link in the bio. I do have a free trading course right here that explains our strategy and our indicators and the trading rules, the trading plan. This is what we go off of, right? This is our strategy. Everything we do here is based on logic, data, and discipline. Okay, logic is our plan, the way we think about our buys and our sells. The data is the indicators, the charts. Discipline is the ability to stick to this plan no matter what the market does, okay? Whether it goes up or down, we have a plan. No matter what, we're sticking to it, okay? Our swing trades here, we're not day trading. We're 1 to 6 months out on all investments. If you guys want to learn more about this strategy, check out that free trading course over there in the Discord on the trading course tab. Happy to have you, John. Can you please look at WLFI and FNMA? I got you, brother. So World Liberty Financial, this is pretty much a bet on Trump's World Liberty Fi company that he has started. It's just consolidating here above 5 cents. If I was in this one, I would probably use a stop loss at 5 cents, but literally everything Trump has dropped has absolutely rugged to the bottom. Like, look at DJT. DJT is actually breaking out a little bit here, guys. People are sleeping on this. Again, down here is when everyone gives up, right? Everyone was excited about DJT up here at $10. It went all the way down to $7, right? Everyone lost interest, probably sold out. But now look at that. We got a green monthly dot and things are coming back up. So I haven't given up on my DJT position yet, but something like WLFI and his Trump meme coin, like all these coins have just gone to the floor. So people are just in despair, right? Look at his Trump coin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months in a row. Just getting slammed. Okay, absolutely insane. Okay, but WLFI, I mean, is trying to build a base here. So if I was taking a trade on this, on World Liberty, okay, I would use a stop loss at this low right here from February. I'm sorry, that was April, right there at 5 cents. It's just ranging right now. So we're doing this on the cheat sheet, right? We're just going sideways. This isn't bad, right? Normally this happens before a big move. Okay, our job is to predict which way that move is going to happen. Is it going to be down? Is it going to be up? Right? I don't have a lot of faith in Trump's crypto projects right now, but right, you're buying it. I mean, this was at 20 cents. It's down 70%. So if you believe in the company, if you believe in the project, I would be buying it. I'd be having a position at least on right here. Okay, and again, if it goes lower, if it goes down to 4 cents, you could buy more. But Trump hasn't been very credible with his crypto plays just yet, right? That could change in the next few months. These things could be back up here at 18, 20 cents. It could happen just as fast as we went down. So World Liberty Fi looks interesting here. You also said FNMA. Is that Fannie Mae? Yeah, that's Fannie Mae. So this one got the signal back here in March. So again, pay attention to where the signal came. Right back here in March, that was right around $5.70. It pulled all the way back here to $6. I'd just be looking for the signal on FNMA. If you want to start a position, again, you're starting it right here where we got the signal in March. So that's right here at $5. Again, we're just kind of ranging. So if you wanted to start a position, I don't think that's a bad place. If you want to wait for confirmation, that's great too. What else we got? Ondo making a really nice move today. Okay, green dot, beautiful. So if you're going to take that trade, it's breaking over the 9. This looks really good. Okay, above 29 cents. This looks very bullish. 29 cents was the low right here from June 22nd. So again, that's breaking out over the 9. It's got a green dot. Everything's adding up. Looks really good. The last green dot we got was back here in February, right here at 25 cents. That went all the way up to 50 cents. That was a 100% move. Pulled back a little bit. Okay, and now we're reversing and going back up, guys. Crypto looks phenomenal down here at these levels. Crypto looks so good here. What else we got? Chat's pretty quiet today. Let's go back here to the Discord. We got SHAZ. If you guys got those, just drop them in the chat there. SHAZ, this one's too high for us, right? This one's gone straight up. Not a lot of things I could tell you if I don't have any data on my indicator. If you guys have the indicator and you can't see data on a chart, it's because it just came out, right? This just came out in February. So I never trade new projects because I need to see the data, right? I do trade new projects sometimes. I actually took a position on Arrow today. Arrow's that Robinhood chain play. I'm just playing this, a play on Robinhood chain. So this does have data though, you could see, but something like SHAZ, I don't see the dots yet. So I can't really tell you anything. I would definitely be using a stop loss probably at like $64 if I was in that one. We got PENG. PENG, that one's got the red dot up here. So again, we'd be selling here. So again, look at the separation here off the blue line. You guys see that sitting at $73. That's 65% off of that low, off of that moving average. So again, when we're 65% off of the moving average, off of the mean, where are we on this chart? Okay, we're in the new paradigm phase. This is when everyone's just super excited, having a good time. It's going straight up into the right? Things are good. This is when we want to take profits. And again, our sell strategy tells us to sell when we get the red dot. And that came right there at $71. You're still sitting at about the same price here. Again, you could use a stop loss at 57 if you want to keep riding it up. But if you bought it down here at $17 off of our signal, you're already up 350 to 400% all the way to the top. So again, if you want more than that, you're being greedy, right? Again, we have a strategy. Our goal is consistency here at Overkill Trading. We want to be consistent traders. To do that, we need to follow our plan. Okay, if we're just buying and just hoping everything's just going to go straight up forever, okay, we're not following our plan. We want to buy low. We want to sell high, okay? Because when this pullback happens, and it always does, everything always comes back to the mean eventually, okay? Then you feel bad because you didn't take profits because you got greedy and thought it was going to keep going up. So I'd be selling PENG here. What else we got? AMPG. Also another sell. I'd be a seller of that one too. SOXS, this one had a nice move today. Again, these chip stocks are starting to break down. I am targeting $900 on this. It's sitting at 40. So I know that's crazy. I am shorting chips. I've been shorting chips since like June. Okay, since we got this red dot back in May. Okay, I've been short. Okay, and again, they haven't gone anywhere. They're just going sideways right now. I'm looking for this thing to pull all the way back, right? AMD to pull all the way back down here to 200. If that happens, SOXS is going to go to the freaking moon. So do not buy SOXS, okay, if you don't think chips are going down. I think chips are going down because of how far they're sitting off of the moving averages, right? We broke down below the 9 here on Intel, right? You got NVIDIA breaking down here today too. Actually, NVIDIA's up today, but names like AMD, right? They look very weak. Look at MU, also breaking down here below 900. Okay, I'm short chips. So if you think chips are going to come back down to reality, okay, SOXS is the move. What else we got? AVAX. I personally think AVAX is a dead project. That's my personal opinion. I don't think there's anyone using this chain. You know, it has support right there at 570. Again, I don't like charts that look like this. They're going down to the right, making new lows. I'd rather buy something like Ethereum that's going up and to the right, right? There's actual adoption there. You got Chainlink as well, right? Up and to the right, right? Not names that are just making new lows. This just tells you that the project is dead. There's nobody excited about it. There's no buyers. But if you believe in AVAX, right, if you know something that I don't, because I really haven't done that much research, I could just look at the chart and say, wow, this project isn't doing very well. But you got the green dot here, right? You could use a stop loss at that low right there at June at 550. If it breaks 550, you sell it. Your risk is about 10% to the downside. Okay, your target would probably be up here around this blue line, around 25 bucks. I see some more here from the chat for APLD from Trent. APLD is coming down. Again, you got your sell signals up here at around 50. Again, that one's coming down. We want to buy that one at like $14 or on the next green dot. That last green dot came around 25, popped up to 50. Now it's pulling back again. Red dot was your sell signal right there. ELF actually looks pretty good here. I was looking at this today. I didn't pull the trigger, but the dot is still green. We got that signal right there around 53. It's sitting at 75. If this one could break out over 80, it looks good. Again, we're still bullish as long as this dot remains green. If it flips the red, that's when we could set our stop loss or take our profits, right? But right now it looks very strong here above, I would say, $70. So I'd probably have a stop loss if you wanted to set one at like 69 or even move it down here to like 64. Because again, you want to protect your capital. If this goes back down, you don't want to sit through the drawdown. Okay, so as long as it holds on to the orange line, which is the 9 EMA, okay, that's the 2-month moving average, the momentum indicator. You see how when it breaks up over the 9, it just keeps going, okay? You want to see that continue on. You don't want to see it lose that. So I'd use a stop loss right there at the low, I like 64, 65 bucks. But I'd still be holding this one as long as it remains green. I'd be holding it. SIDE. Is that a crypto or a stock? I don't see that one, my friend. CRWV from Trent. CRWV is still coming down. We need the signal on CRWV. Okay, it is back down here in this support area. Once again, we can pay attention to where the previous lows were and pay attention to where we bounced. Okay, that was right here at around the 72 level. So this last green dot came at around 74, 75, which is the price. So if you want to buy it where the last one came, okay, this isn't a bad place to start a position, but if you want to wait for the signal, which is what I would be doing, okay, wait for the signal to pop, okay, that would give you more confirmation. But this is where, okay, this is where it bounced last time. Is the Clarity Act getting passed? I have no idea. I have no idea, man. I can't even believe the news about anything anymore. All the news is just garbage, garbage, garbage. Just sitting there, getting us all excited, you know. It's there for no reason. It's there to manipulate how we invest and how we think. So, PATH, this one's still good. Still green, breaking out, looks very good here. I like this one a lot above 1090. I actually have a position on this. SOXS had a stock split today. Yeah, they do stock splits. I don't know why they do stock splits, but there's yeah, I don't know. You'd have to ask them. I don't know what stock splits are even for. I don't even know why they're even allowed, but they do happen. The asset didn't even really care today, so it didn't even care about it. Okay, it actually went up today off it. ServiceNow, I added this one today at around 107. Again, it has a green dot there. Had a green dot down here at 88. Had a green dot right here at 101. I like this one. Big AI play here. I like it a lot above $100. Target on this is always up here in the red zone. You guys will learn about this Fibonacci indicator in that course if you guys are new. Our target zone is always the red zone here on the daily. Okay, so that's it between 180 and 200. It's sitting at $100 right now. If you could do the math in your head real quick, that's around a 100% move if we go back to the top. So there's a lot of meat on that bone. I really do like ServiceNow. I actually did add this one. I think it was today or yesterday. I re-added into now. I traded this one down here at 85 up here to 140. And then it came back down, so I re-entered the trade now after taking profits up here at around 130, 140. How am I feeling about KMB? I bought it at 97 and have been riding they're merging. Now they have spun off Kleenex, though I'm not sure. Let me take a look. Yeah, so see how the wave got back up here. So I would probably use a stop loss right there at 103. I mean, that was a pretty nice move from 95 up to 120. Those news events, man, like PayPal had a huge news event today about them getting bought out, and made some money on that one. But I have some options that I'm still holding on PayPal, and those are pretty much screwed unless they deny the buyout. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. I mean, the news is very unfortunate, especially for people who are holding options. I saw some of you guys talking about that in the Discord. So the reason your options are down, like I'll just show you an example of my options right now. Like I kind of got smoked on these, even though I was right on the trade, right? I still got smoked on these. So like these are I had the $80 calls here on PayPal. So I'm down 32% on these. And like I was like, you'd think I'd be up today, right? You'd think I'd be up on these calls because we're up 17%, right? Those calls should be way up today, and they're way down. Why is that? Because of that news event. So if you bought calls that are over $60, right, you're screwed because their buyout price that they're currently being offered is $60, right? So these calls are for $80. Therefore, if they got bought out at 60, these calls will be worthless because it's never going to hit 80. So that's why you saw your options get hit. Again, it's an unfortunate thing. It happens in the markets. It's a risk that you take when you buy options, and let it be a lesson to all of us. But there's still a chance those options could go up, right? If they deny the deal, if they're like, hey, this isn't this isn't a good deal, like we want more, or no, we're not selling, right? That could mean the stock could keep going up. But it's just an unfortunate news event. Like the news event was really good. Like we made money on the stock, but those options lost money. And again, those options could go back up if they come out tomorrow and say, hey, we're not selling, right? That could be very good for the stock and cause a very positive benefit. But just stuff like that. And then the whole thing with Lucid today, guys, I'm actually kind of like, I'll be honest, like I'm a little down about this today because I literally nailed this trade yesterday. Like, what do you call this? What do you call this? Like, this thing went down 50% yesterday. okay, this fund, this 2x levered fund here, apparently went bankrupt. They apparently got liquidated because of how big that drop was yesterday. And I literally nailed the bottom. Like, I bought a ton of shares at 20 cents. And then the stock is halted. So I can't even sell it. I can't sell my position. I can't do anything right now. So I pretty much lose $6,000 because this fund went bankrupt yesterday on that dip. Even though the stock is recovering today, the stock is right back to where it was. It went down for 8-10 hours and went back up. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little frustrated with that. Like, that's some stuff in the market that, like, I'm right on the trade, but I got screwed. Right, this is worth nothing now because apparently they're being delisted from the Nasdaq because they went negative or they got liquidated. So again, I can't blame anybody but myself for playing this leveraged ETF. It's very unfortunate. I literally nailed the bottom. Like, this thing should be up so much today because of the LCID, but it's like, these are the things you learn when you're in the market, and it's just unfortunate things happen like that. Like, between that and the PayPal options today, it's like, look at that. Those are both my biggest winners, and both of those trades are going to pretty much end up being losers. And I was right on both of them, right? We were right on both of those. But it's like, the options are going to probably expire worthless if they accept the deal. And look at this wick. I mean, this LCID wicked all the way down, went down 60% one day, came all the way back today, but the fund, right, the LC, whatever this is, LCDL, which is just the Lucid 2x levered fund, right? We buy these all the time, right? It got liquid. I've never seen this before in my entire life. So it's a lesson to me. It's probably going to end up being an expensive lesson if they don't unhalt the stock, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little riled up about it today, because to me that's just like, I don't know, it's a load of baloney for me, if I'm being honest. So, but again, lessons learned, right? Maybe don't trade the 2x levered ETFs. I don't know, right? Maybe don't buy options that are way out of the money. I mean, like I said, it's frustrating because I was right on both trades, right? This LCI, I'm up 41% on this from buying the dip yesterday. But now it's getting delisted. Okay, how was I supposed to know this thing was going to get delisted yesterday when I bought the dip? I literally bought this thing at 8 cents yesterday and 9. So it's like I'm almost too good of a trader. Like, I literally bought the bottom, and yeah, it's very frustrating. But these things do happen in the market, guys. Not every trade is going to be a win, right? You want your winners to outweigh your losers, but that's very frustrating when you literally pick them correctly. And then there's just like, okay, but it's not going to get to your option expiration date. And, oh, this fund actually got liquidated on that dip yesterday when you were buying it. So, you know, it happens, man. It happens. So I'm not going to lie. I've been a little pissed off about that today. Like, I'm just being 100% honest with you, because I feel like I literally got robbed. So, especially on the Lucid thing, because that is just very unfortunate. Yeah, but I mean, the thing about Lucid is I bought the dip yesterday. Like, I literally was buying it down here at the lows, LDLC or LCDL, right? I was literally buying it down here at like 8 cents. And it went all the way back up to 28 cents by the end of the day. That was a 150% trade just yesterday, right? 250% I made yesterday just off of that, right? And then today it's up another 30%. So that should be up another 40%. So literally this position here should literally be worth about $20,000 right now. And yet I'm going to end up losing that amount because this fund is getting delisted and they won't let me sell it. So yeah, dude, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm just being honest with you guys. It's got me a little riled up today. So yeah. And then the whole PayPal thing with those call options. I mean, I still made a bunch of money on PayPal stock, but having those options potentially expire worthless. I'm praying and hoping that PayPal, they decline the offer. I'm hoping they say, yep, we're not interested, or hey, we want more money, and then boom, the stock goes up and those options will go up. But it's just unfortunate because, again, we were buying PayPal because it's at a 10-year low. We're thinking, oh man, that thing's going to recover, right? Boom, it does recover, right? It's up 28%. We're right on the trade. But hey, no, there's a buyout for less than the $80 options that you have. So it sucks, man. Yeah, sometimes the market sucks. I mean, I've had a really good day today. I mean, I am up a very significant amount today. I'm very much in the green today, but those two things like pretty much ruined my big green day today. So again, this is the market though, right? We learn from our mistakes. Yeah, it's just weird when you're right and then you're not rewarded for being right, if that makes sense. So again, I'm not here to complain. I'm just here to tell you guys how I'm feeling. Like sometimes, right, the markets will get to you, right? And it's just a matter of learning your lesson, pushing forward, and continuing to be consistent. Okay, because again, not every trade that we take is always going to be a winner. Okay, we're going to lose on trades sometimes. Okay, it just really sucks to lose when you actually won, when you're actually right. I mean, PayPal options should be worth a crap ton of money right now, up 17%. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow they come out, they're like, nope, we're not taking the deal, or no, we want $100 a share instead of $60. You know, that would be awesome. But you know, so there's still hope for those PayPal calls, but the Lucid one, I'm pretty much liquidated on that just because of like literally the fund going under. Like whoever this is, Granite Shares, like this position got liquidated. So for some reason I can't sell my shares, which to me is a load of, like Jeff said, BS. He says better to be wrong and rich than right and poor. That's good, man. Yeah. I'm rich because I got the Lord, Jesus Christ. I mean, the amount of money we make does not determine who we are, guys. That does not determine who we are as people. So, Meta, I see a request here for Meta. That one's got a little bit of room to go to the red zone. Nice gap up there. That one got the signal back here at around 550. It's up now to there. So, to me, the risk to reward is gone. I would have wanted to buy it more closer to 540 down there. We got Google. That one's got a green dot here today. This one's just too far off the 4-year average for me, guys. So, I mean, it's currently sitting 43% off the 4 years. So, I just don't like buying stuff that high and thinking 6 months out because, again, our trades are 4-6 months out. And this one is currently sitting 43%, like I said, off the 4 years. So, that tells me, right, we're somewhere in this zone right here. Is Google a great company? Yes. But again, our strategy is to buy great assets at great prices. So Google, is it a great asset? Yes. Is it at a great price? Is it around the 4-year average? Is it below the 4-year average? Those are the two places I want to buy. Okay. Not up here. Okay. When we're way up off the mean. Okay. Great for day trading. Awful for swing trading. Okay, if you're using a weekly chart, if you're trading with us, we want to buy when the wave's down here. Can this get a bounce here? Yes. If I was in it, I would use a stop loss right there at 340. What else we got? Netflix. Netflix is holding green, so we'd be buyers in Netflix here. The only thing about Netflix, before you rush into a trade, is they got earnings tomorrow. They got earnings coming out tomorrow. So if they miss their earnings, if they give bad guidance, if they make a bad announcement, it could fall down, right? It could come down here to 50. So normally, before earnings, if I'm getting a green dot, what I'll normally do is I'll take half of a position. So if I want to put $5,000 into Netflix right now, okay, if I want to put $5,000 into it, okay, I would put $2,500 into it right now before earnings and then $2,500 after earnings. That way, if it does go down, the other $2,500 is going to get my average cost down, right? So if you bought here at 70 and it goes down to 50, right, and you bought half here and half here, right, your average cost would be around $60. So that's how I would play Netflix here. Again, I love where the price is. The only wild card is that they have earnings tomorrow. ORDI. That's a crypto. That one looks good. It's got the green dot. It's curling up here. So this one looks good above 270. Okay, have a stop loss at 270. If 270 breaks, I'd sell it, but we would be buyers of ORDI here. INJ. INJ's kind of curling here too. We bought this one back here at $3, traded it all the way up here to 7. It pulled back. Okay, and now it's trying to reverse here. I think crypto looks like it's going to go, guys. Crypto looks like it's going to absolutely explode. Okay, INJ looks very good here. I would put a stop loss. You could put it right there at 440 or down here at $4, one of the two. Look for the green dot to pop up either this week or next week. I got a feeling tomorrow is going to be very bullish and we're going to get a big push higher. This week has been very, very strong. I mean, everything's pointing up. You got Ethereum breaking out over the 9. You got Chainlink breaking out over the 9. Okay, all these names are really starting to break out here. Okay, we've been ranging here for the last, you can see we hit that low there in February. It's $7. Well, we haven't broke below that $7 level since February. So the bottom's technically been in since February, since we've been saying. Okay, we called the bottom in February. It chopped around, went up a little bit, came back down, chopped around. Now we're breaking out. I think the next move is this way, folks. I think we're going up, up, and away. We could chop around like this for a while. I hope we do not do this because this is very boring price action. But I do think once that Clarity Act passes, we're going to get that big parabolic move to the upside. So really liking where Chainlink is, and a lot of these crypto are currently sitting. Jeff says, hold on Netflix. Intel, INTC, again, we're short Intel right now. Okay, breaking down below the 9. So again, when we break up above the 9, that 9 EMA like that, the orange line, okay, we're bullish. We're bullish. But as soon as we start breaking down, like you guys see, we're down below it now. That means the momentum is kicking into the downside. So I'm short Intel. I actually have puts on Intel. I bought those puts up here at like 130. I am up on that position and looking for more downside on Intel. IONQ. Another great trade we had this year. We bought this one right here off the dot back in April at 26, traded it all the way up here to 70. Now it's coming back down. So this is a quantum computing play here. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for the next signal. Okay, this was our trade, guys, from here to here. That is our trade from here to here. Okay, that was from April to June. April, May, June. 3 months. It took 3 months to go from here to here. 150%. 150% trade. We killed that trade. Now it's coming down. I would not touch this until you get a green dot there on IONQ. AMBA, was it? AMBA. This one's very choppy. Okay, so again, we want to buy when the wave's down here. The green dot came right there at 51. You missed your opportunity there. We got Robinhood. Another great trade for us this year. Green dot down here. We entered that one at around 70. It's all the way up here to 115. Still going. Still pushing up. Very strong. They just launched their own blockchain, so I know some of you guys are bearish on that chain, but it's brand new. Okay, imagine getting in on Solana when it launched. Okay, back here at $1, right? This was when Solana launched back here, right? No one probably knew what Solana was or knew what it did but they were building. And if you got in on some of those projects back here, okay, you made a buttload of money. Okay, so sometimes getting in on those projects at the beginning, and I just dropped the project that I am going with on the chain. It's Arrow. I posted that over here in Overkill Trades right here. Arrow is the ticker. I actually dropped a video today under the latest tab here, how to trade on Uniswap. That'll show you how to buy Arrow. If you guys check that video out there, that'll show you how. That's just under the latest tab here. Here it says how to trade on Uniswap, but that'll step-by-step take you through how to buy stuff on the Robinhood chain. Again, I'm just getting in early, right? I mean, the chain is like 5 days old. It's brand new. So, I mean, if you would have bought Solana when it was 5 days old, okay, you were buying it right back down here when it was literally $1. So I'm just trying to find those projects. If you guys see other projects on the chain that you think look interesting, I think Arrow is pretty much the only one I saw with actual fundamentals. But I mean, imagine buying Solana down at $1. I mean, it went all the way to $250. That was a humongous trade if you got in at the beginning. So that's my take on Arrow. I got some pushback from you guys, but that's okay. Again, I'm going to do what I'm going to do with my money, and you guys do what you do with your money. If you don't like the trade that I take, don't take it. Right? You don't have to take the same trades I take. My goal is not to be here to tell you what to trade. Like, my goal isn't just to have you join up and then just copy exactly what I do. I want to teach you how to trade. I want to show you why it's a good reason that you should be buying and why it's a good reason you shouldn't be buying, right? My goal here is to present information. My goal is to not tell you what to buy and sell. That was never my goal with this channel. My goal has always been to provide information and provide education. So, you know, you have to be the person to do your own due diligence, make your own decisions. Don't just hop into something because I'm hopping into it. I am going to tell you what I'm buying and why I'm buying it, okay? And what you do after that is up to you. If it turns out to be a losing trade, it's a losing trade. I am not a 100% trader. There's nobody on this planet, on Earth, that is 100% at calling the bottom for everything, right? No one is right on 100% of their trades. That's why I have 35 names in my portfolio. Because again, if I'm right on 80% of these, which I think my strategy, I'm about 80% correct, okay, if I'm willing to wait the full 6 months, Okay, we're typically about 80% correct. So if 20% of these are losers, like Lucid was a loser, right? Because it wasn't a loser though. That's what's frustrating about it. It was literally a winner because it came all the way back up. Okay, but again, there's unfortunate things that are out of my control that can happen. So that's why we diversify though, because that limits your risk from something like that happening. Like if I was all in on Lucid, on that Lucid thing yesterday, if I put all my money in it, okay, I'd be broke. Okay, but because I only invested a small amount of my portfolio in it, okay, $4,000 is a lot of money. I mean, it's not a small amount of money, but my portfolio size, look at the portfolio size, 1.6%. So I'm going to lose about 2% of my total portfolio, which sucks. It really sucks. But again, if I put 20% of my portfolio in that thing and it did that, I'd be freaking up in flames, right? I'd be really mad. So diversification is key, guys. And I talk about that in the free trading course over here, right? Never exceed more than what? 2.5% of your total portfolio in one trade. That way, if it goes to zero, you live to fight another day because you only invested 2.5%. You didn't go in with 25% or 50% of your total portfolio, right? If you had $10,000 and you put $5,000 into a trade and it goes to zero, well, now you just lost half of your portfolio. So again, I talk about all this stuff in the free course, guys. Again, I am just here to present information. I am not a financial advisor. I am going to make wrong calls. Okay, I'm going to make wrong calls sometimes. It's going to happen. So it's unfortunate the way this one happened. Like this is probably one of the ones I'm probably the most mad about in 10 years because again, I nailed the bottom. I nailed it. It bounced, but the fund got liquidated. The 2x levered fund got liquidated. I've never seen that. Right? Lesson learned, and we keep it pushing. Bought 2,500 Netflix, like you said, waiting on earnings. You bought $2,500 worth or 2,500 shares, because that's a lot of money if you're buying actual shares. Again, that thing could go to zero. I mean, that thing could drop to 50 after its earnings. I've seen it happen. So that's why I wouldn't put on too heavy a position here. Like like I said, if my goal was to invest $5,000 into Netflix, okay, and it goes down 50%, right? If it goes down to 50, okay, if you put in half now and half afterwards, your average cost would be 60. So you'd be sitting pretty. And again, Netflix is a huge company, right? I don't think they're going anywhere, and they're sitting right here on the 4-year average. So watching that. Mr. Market says, I'm here for the opportunity to find new companies or projects through the community and share my finds. Yeah, that's what it's all about, brother. It's all about sharing information. This channel is not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us working together, right? We can all learn from each other's mistakes. I just shared with you 2 mistakes today that I have made that I don't feel like were mistakes, but they turned out to be mistakes, even though they were both winning trades, right? They were both dubs, right? Buying PayPal down here at 40, coming up here to 60, right? You think those options would be up, but they're not because, again, they had to announce that, oh, we're getting bought out. But again, they could still work out, right? Everyone go say a prayer for Overkill tonight that, hey, PayPal, do not accept the deal from Stripe. And I think that will send PayPal even higher if they say no. So we'll see what happens. Huey said, I always say, be grateful for your wins and losses. Losses are an opportunity. 100%, dude. 100%. I love that. Okay, losses are an opportunity to learn and grow. See, when people lose and people fail at things sometimes, what I've been noticing in my life, at least, when I look around at people who cry about, all the problems in their life and stuff like that, it's because they never push through the hard stuff, right? When the hard stuff comes, when you get hit with a quote-unquote bear market in life, most people, 90% of people, 95% of people maybe, will fold. They'll quit, right? They'll give up. And they'll go back to doing what they're doing. And that's just how most people operate. I personally don't operate like that. The reason I am where I am, why I have all this knowledge is because I've failed more than all of you. I've failed way more than all of you guys. Okay, because I've been doing this for 10 years. And I have made lots of mistakes in 10 years. Okay, and I've gotten a lot better at limiting those mistakes throughout my trading career. Okay, but some things are just out of your control. Like that Lucid thing is just completely out of my control. The PayPal getting bought out is out of my control. Like all I want to do is buy the bottom, right? And again, those shares, I made a lot of money on my shares. Okay, but those options, right, probably expiring at zero if they accept that deal. It's just something that you have to, that's why you never want to go crazy on one position. Why you never want to go all in or super heavy on one position, right? That's why I try to hammer in your guys' head that 2.5% rule, because if you only invest 2.5% and you're completely wrong and the stock goes to zero, which literally never happens. It's never happened to me. This is the first time something that I have bought is going to expire at zero. Okay. This LCLD or whatever the heck it was. Okay. And again, I'm going to lose 1.5% of my total portfolio. So, down 1.5%. I can live with that. Right. And the reason that I haven't lost my butt on it is because I didn't take a heavy position on it. But I love that, dude. Failure is always an opportunity to grow, guys. No matter how bad it feels when you lose or how bad it feels when you fail, you have to learn from those mistakes. Okay, some of the greatest leaders in the world, some of the greatest, most successful people in the world, they will tell you the same exact thing. Okay, most people don't succeed because they are afraid to fail. Okay, or they don't know how to deal with the failure. The only way to deal with failure is to get your ass back up. That's the only way. You learn and you keep it pushing. Like Jeff said, Spartans don't fold. Spartans don't surrender. Spartans don't quit. XDC from MCAPS. This one's still down here at the 2024 low here. So again, this is where we bounced 2 years ago. We went from 0.026 all the way up there to 16 cents. That was a huge move. I do like it down here at these prices. I don't know anything about it. What I'd be waiting on is that green dot there. Forgot to post on Twitter that we're live posting right now. What else we got? Yeah, I can't. That is just unfortunate, man, because I just freaking nailed both those trades. It's just like to have big wins and for them to be losses is really weird. Like, it's a really weird feeling to win but yet lose, you know? JKHY, green. Okay, green dot came right there at 125, popped up here. You want to make sure this one holds on to like 138. SLS and OKLO stock. SLS is grinding up. It has a red dot, so this one's kind of in a continuation pattern here. Just not for my liking. Again, if we were buying this one, our time to buy was back here in December at around 91 cents. You can get in here on the 4 hour and maybe look for a pullback, or the daily. I mean, this is a very strong stock. I'm not sure what these guys do, and they make zero revenue. So I don't normally buy companies that don't make any money, but for some reason this stock keeps going up. So this will be more of a fundamental play than a technical play here. If you believe in the stock, then right, you're obviously wanting to hold it. Maybe set a stop loss at like $12. We got OKLO. This one's looking good. So this one pulled back from 200 all the way back here to 46. We like that. Again, we got our red dot back here in October. Literally called the top up here at 170. It's grinded all the way down. I got a green dot here back in April at 45. It's sitting at 45 here, just waiting on the signal for OKLO, but this one actually looks very, very interesting here. Looking like it's trying to form a bottom here. It's at the bottom of the fib. This is a war name, I'm pretty sure. And they don't make any revenue either. They're the nuclear energy company. They're not a war company. I was thinking of KTOS. This is the company I was looking at. I was looking at this stock today. Sitting down here at $50. I was thinking about taking an entry on this. It's right here at the 4-year. You got all this Iran stuff still popping off. This is a big war name. And they were up here at like 135, pulled all the way back here to 50. And I think it does look interesting here. The trend is pretty bearish, but it is sitting at the 4-year average right now. Yeah, I covered SOXS. So, guys, I'm going to be bullish on SOXS for a while. You got probably for the next 6 months. So these chip stocks are literally just starting to break down, right? We are looking for Intel and these names to come all the way back down here. Okay, that is what we're looking for. These are all so overdone to the upside. Okay, they're all so overdone to the upside. I mean, 60 to 70% off of their means. So as long as Intel or AMD or MU and these names, they all hold red, I'm bullish on SOXS. I think SOXS is going to be a huge trade. I think it's going to be a massive, massive trade. Okay, and you could see where this thing tops out. It comes back up here into the white line normally. It'll come here into the white line. Okay, comes in here to the white line. So right now the target's like $800 for me. and it's at 400 or 40. So that's like a 2,000% move here. I think something is coming. I think the AI bubble is going to pop. And I know people will disagree with me, but I mean, these stocks have ran so hard, guys. They're so far up right now. Intel is currently up from the bottom of last year when we bought it down here at $19. It was up 600% on the year. In 1 year, 600%. So when something's up 600%, and if you're the smart money, right, and if you're buying down here and selling up here, you're taking your profits, right? If I'm up 600% and I'm not taking profits, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with me, okay? I'm greedy, okay? That's a huge gain. Don't waste all those gains because you think it's going to keep going up when it's clearly breaking down. So SOXS, we're remaining bullish on it. We're going to be bullish on this for a while, guys. I mean, it's going to be a buy for a while. I see one here for DAG, D-A-G in the chat. That one got the signal right here around 6. It's pushing up. Looks good. Be a buyer of that. STADER. If you could, just put the ticker. This one doesn't look so good. Again, down and to the right. We don't like charts that are down and to the right. We like charts like Ethereum that are up and to the right. Right? This tells you buyers are in control. S would just be Stater would just be a fundamental play. You said it's a Polygon system ecosystem. So if you believe in the fundamentals of it, great. It's at the lowest price it's ever been. So if something's at the lowest price it's ever been, it's probably a good time to buy if you believe in it. Yep, corrections always happen. Yeah. Some of you guys were around back here when everyone was hooping and hollering about silver and gold. You guys remember that? Silver up here at 120. Everybody wanted to buy silver. Everybody buy silver. I had my cousins calling me. I had my dad. Everybody in my family was, hey, did you buy silver? Oh, I'm up on my silver. Okay, and now they're all depressed because they didn't take profits. They didn't take profits, right? It's down from 120 all the way down here to 55. That's a 54% drop. So whatever they had up here, it's cut in half now. So if you had 10,000 up here, you only have $5,000 now because you got greedy and you didn't take profits up here. So that's just the way it works, guys. I mean, that's how markets move. Nothing goes up forever, right? Nothing goes up forever. There's always pullbacks. See how it always pulls back into the blue line? Okay, that's where we look to buy these assets. If the gold comes down here to 3,000, I'll buy gold. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. I'll buy gold if it comes down to 3,000. I've never bought gold, never bought silver in my life. But if these come back down here to these moving averages, right, which is 42 for silver right now, I want to buy. What do we do up here? We shorted up here. We shorted silver up here at 120. Shorted the crap out of it. Okay, and now it's all the way down here at 57. So, again, when people are excited, when people are hooping and hollering, when people are having a good time, is when we want to exit. We want to get out. We want to take our profits. Okay, and again, you're seeing that with chip stocks, right? Everyone's super bullish on AMD and MU, and everybody just wants it to buy it up here. Nobody was talking about it down here, though, right? At $70. No one was talking about Micron at $70 when we got our signal back here in April. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody wants it up here, though, at 1,200. Okay, that's how the market works, folks. And look at this. I mean, this is the biggest bubble I've ever seen in my life. Look at the MACD, dude. Look at the MACD down here. This is the highest it has ever been in history, maybe besides back here. Okay, so this is a great example right here. Look at this, okay? So let's look at the MACD. You guys see how this MACD line is just way the hell up here? Like way up here? Okay, let's look at the last time it did that. It was right here in 2000. What did it do? It went from $97. Where did it go to? It went to $6. $6 from $90. Okay, imagine not taking profits up here back in the day. Imagine that. And it goes down 93%. Ouch. Ouch. Why? Because you got greedy. Because you drank the Kool-Aid. And you were listening to everybody on TikTok and Twitter that were saying, oh, don't sell, don't sell. But it's already up 1,500%. Why would you buy something that's already up 1,600% on the year? 1,600%. That's insane. Okay, so again, we don't take longs up here. We exit. We get out. We're done. NBIS, is that a buy? Yes. Let's see it. No, it's not. Okay, we want to buy when the wave is down here. Okay, buying here. Okay, what color is the dot? The dot is red. We're not buying when the dot is red. We're buying when the dot is green. Okay, that looks very bearish. I would sell the crap out of that if you're in that. If rates hike, the CapEx loans will get more expensive and the bubble may pop. Then with substantial arbitrage. Yeah, so I mean, we've been predicting this, but I've been predicting for the last few months that chip stocks are going to sell off, right? Intel, all the capital in chip stocks that are just up astronomically on the year, all this money is going to rotate into another sector. Okay, it's going to go into something else. What sector do you think it's going to go into? Let me know in the chat. What sector do you think when these guys take profits, right? Because when they're taking profits, they're getting cash. They're taking cash out. What do they do with the cash? They go find a beaten up sector. What is the most beaten up sector right now? It's altcoins. It's altcoins. It's cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency has gone down for 10 months. Intel has gone up for 10 months. Okay, if I was a guy with $1 billion, I would be taking my profits from Intel and I would be looking at names in the crypto space. Why? Because we want to buy things that are low. We want to buy at a low. We want to buy when we're below the 4-year. We don't want to buy up here, right? When we're way up off the average, right? This is when everyone was asking me if it's a good time to buy Ethereum. No, it's not a good time to buy Ethereum when it's sitting 50% off the moving average, 50% off the 4-year. Okay, right now, Ethereum's trading at a 30% discount. So someone with a logical brain would say, okay, this thing, I'm up 600% on this year. I'm going to take my profits and I'm going to rotate into some, look at XRP. Look how beat up XRP is. You guys remember everyone wanted to buy XRP up here at 350? Everybody and their mother wanted to buy this, dude. I mean, I had my mom, who doesn't even do this, talking about, hey, son, should I buy some XRP? No, Mom. No. We bought XRP down here at 45 cents, Mom. Okay, this thing's all the way up here at 350. Why would we buy now? We want to buy down here, folks. Planting seeds. Fear. People are fearful down here. They're greedy up here. Warren Buffett says it best. Buy the fear, sell the greed. Buy when the wave's down here, sell when it's up here. It's that simple. The only thing that it takes and it requires is patience, guys. It just requires patience for this wave to come back up here. If you can't wait for that to happen, then you probably shouldn't use this strategy. It shouldn't happen. You shouldn't use it. Okay, it takes a significant amount of patience. SIDE, I do not see that stock, Trent. I don't see that stock on TradingView or crypto. SHX, this one looks pretty good. It's got a few green dots down here at this level, so that's pretty much telling you that, hey, this level right here, I would say at 3 cents is probably the bottom, or 0.003. This is where it bottomed back here in 2024. Exactly. MCAP says crypto and healthcare. And yeah, healthcare is another sector that's very beat up. You look at UNH. UNH is actually kind of already taken off, but again, it had a huge pullback. So again, capital rotation happens in markets. You need to be ahead of the curve and know where they're going to rotate. Normally, the smart money, and when I call the smart money, I'm talking about the billionaires and the trillionaires, guys. I'm talking about the people with loads and loads of money, right? We're just a little fish in the pond. We're just swimming around like little fish. We're swimming around in a pool of sharks and whales, right? With billions, hundreds of billions, trillions of dollars, right? And we're trying to guess where they're going to go next, right? That is our, and again, a lot of them use these technical indicators, right? They look at the 2-year, they look at the 4-year average. They look at these same indicators we look at, right? And they say, it's at the 4-year average. Charlie Munger was Warren Buffett's right-hand man. You guys know Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of all time? Charlie Munger was his partner. He was his right-hand man, okay? And he always said, when your name hits the 200 EMA on the weekly chart, 200 EMA on the weekly chart. Where's the 200 EMA on the weekly chart? It's the blue line. That's the 200 EMA. That's the same indicator he's talking about. He said, when it hits that, you buy it. Because that's the average. And again, if you're buying below it, that's even better. Okay, so if you bought here at 13, you bought down here at 8, well, now your average cost is 10. If it goes back to 30, you're going to be a lot happier than just buying it here because you bought more here. And again, you had months and months and months to be buying more down here. So again, investing is an ongoing thing, guys. It's not just something you do once. We go to work, we earn our paychecks, okay, and we invest 10 to 15% of our income, 20%, whatever you can afford, into these assets. And we want to buy them at low prices, right? Sometimes we might hang out for 5 or 6 months, right? I hate it just as much as you do. I want the big parabolic move to the upside just as much as you do. But again, it requires patience. It requires what? It requires discipline. Discipline. Logic is our plan. Data is the charts. Discipline is the ability to do what we say we're going to do. What are we saying we're going to do? We are saying we're going to follow this plan here. These trading rules that are talked about right here in the trading course. Okay, and again, if you guys do not have the indicators, you guys can download them right here in the trading indicator tab. You guys can get my same exact layout with all these indicators, the red zone, the EMA ribbons, the red and green dots, the blue wave, the MACD, the EMAs. Everything's already set up for you. You don't have to go tweak anything or input any settings or do anything at all. Okay, a couple of clicks is all it takes and everything loads right up into your account. So that link is over there in the Discord. If you have trouble with that, just email me. My email's right there. But I highly recommend checking out the trading course first and going through that so you understand our strategy and understand why we use these indicators, because that's the most important thing. Again, my job here my goal here, okay, has never been to tell you what and when to buy. I don't want to do that. I don't want you guys to just rely on my trades, right? I don't just want you guys to blindly follow me and buy and sell. I want to teach you why I'm buying what I'm buying. And I want you guys to understand it so you guys can do it for yourself and you don't have to rely on me. Okay? Because who knows? I mean, who knows what could happen? Okay? They could ban me from every platform. I'm already getting shadow banned on TikTok. So if they just make me disappear, then what are you going to do? You're not going to have me to follow anymore. So again, my goal is to educate. My goal is to inform and show you why we are doing what we are doing. Okay? It doesn't make sense logically to buy when the wave is up here. Because if I look at the chart every single time, if I was buying, I lost money for months to years, okay? Months to years. I mean, if you bought Chainlink right here at $8 or $9 and it went down to $7, imagine how the people felt who bought it up here at 30. Imagine. Yes, Trent. It's one time payment. HIMS entry 25, sell in full. What is HIMS doing? HIMS is still green. I still like HIMS here. I did sell my HIMS actually because I bought it down here at 14. I took profit at like 35. So I like it as long as it holds $29. I put a stop loss at 29. I don't think it's a bad place to trim a little bit. It does look good on the daily. It does have a daily alert. So move your stop loss up to like $31. Put a stop loss at 31. Your target could be up here between 53 and 65. No problem, Trent. What else we got? Andre says crypto. He says the money's going to rotate into crypto. I agree. I 100% agree. Because again, if we're using our brain, right, we would want to rotate into the most beat up sector, right? Does it make sense to rotate into oil and gas? Way up here, right? Would you rather buy something at a 13% premium, or would you rather buy something like Chainlink at a 33% discount if we're using the moving average as our mean? So you either want a 33% discount or you want to chase oil and gas right up off the average, right? So again, understanding why we are doing what we are doing is the most important thing, guys. This is not rocket science. It does take extreme amounts of discipline, extreme amounts of patience. But this is how money is made in the markets. Oh, we got some daily alerts here going off. We got one for XRP. That closed. So again, XRP is just chopping around here, not really moving. We got Ray closing. We got XLM closing with a green dot. So these daily green dots are coming in here. Again, we're still kind of just ranging here, looking for that big explosive move to the upside. If you guys have been around for crypto, things can change in a very, very quick manner. Okay, a very fast manner. Things can go up very fast. So again, just paying attention to our levels, right? Paying attention to moving averages, the signals. Okay, very, very important. Consumer staples is another one that's really beat up too. What's the ticker on consumer staples? Is it XLI? Consumer staples. Consumer staples. XLP. So that's somewhat beat up, but not too bad. Healthcare is XLH. No. Healthcare. What was it? Shoot. Oh, it's XLV. XLV is healthcare. So healthcare has actually had a pretty nice run over the last month or so. I mean, if I'm going to pick a sector, it's crypto. I mean, it's a no-brainer to me, because it's like you look at the moving averages. Ethereum's not going anywhere, guys. I'm sorry to tell you, Ethereum's the #1 altcoin. I mean, it's the king of the altcoins. Okay, there's no taking out Ethereum. I don't think there's any way for this thing to ever go away with how integrated it is into the crypto infrastructure. So, and we're getting the opportunity right now to buy it at a 23% discount. The last time that happened was back here in April, right? And some of you guys are probably just annoyed with me talking about Ethereum, but I was doing the same thing in April last year, right? Back here when we were down here, when everyone was talking about tariffs, I was saying buy Ethereum. Everyone was laughing at me. And then went all the way up here to 5,000. And the same people that were laughing, they were asking me if it was a good time to still buy up here. So that's just, again, that's how the market works, guys. It's market psychology. When you're buying, it shouldn't feel good, right? We typically want to buy when things are really bad. We don't want to buy when things are really good and things are exciting, right? We wait for that. Okay, we're waiting for that to happen, and then when it happens, that's when we sell. When we're supposed to be buying, it should feel stupid. Like you should feel dumb buying. You should feel dumb buying because everyone on X is bearish. Just go look at every single crypto influencer, maybe beside a couple. They're all bearish right now. Okay, but they were bullish up here in October. Okay, we don't want to buy when everyone's excited. We want to buy when everyone's not having a good time. And that's why it feels stupid, because it's like you're the only one that's doing it. If you look at Twitter, okay, I love Twitter. It's probably my favorite social media platform, but it can be toxic sometimes. Okay, and again, we don't want to buy when things are up here. You bought Clorox? Nice. I like Clorox, man. I'm trying to get myself just to hit the buy button on this. I think it looks like a great trade. They pay a 5% dividend. I mean, they're just absolutely super beat up. So this is actually something that I think someone would rotate into. I was also looking at GIS, General Mills. Again, if I'm selling Intel up here at the highs, what do I want to buy? I want to buy something like GIS with an 8% dividend. Green dot down here, gone down for 2 or 3 years in a row. Okay, looking for a bounce back up. So these are the names that could see rotation for sure. Definitely. What else we got? Covered OKLO, XLM, HBAR, and CSP CRISPR. XLM's a tough one because it's just ranging right now, so it's hard to get a gauge on this, but the level I'm watching is like 15 cents, right? This low right here, we got the signal back here in February. That was down there at 15, so if you entered off that signal, I would still be holding it here. HBAR, I heard these guys, one of their apps got exploited or something. They're sitting down here at the lows of 2024, getting pretty close. Just looking for the signal there on HBAR. So again, this one got the signal, got a couple signals right in here at 9 cents. So this, in our case, would be a place where we would average down once we get the next signal. So if you guys follow those trading rules and watch that course over there, okay, look to average down if the position declines 20% or more. So if something goes down 20%, are we panicking and are we selling and are we freaking out? No, we're not. We're not. We're looking to buy more because, again, if you like the asset here at 9 cents, you should really like it down here at 6 cents, okay, or 7 cents, wherever it's sitting. Okay, so again, buying and then buying again and then waiting till the wave comes back up here. What else we got? MDT in the chat. MDT. Green dot right there at 77. This doesn't look bad. I like this one. I'd be a buyer of this on the pullback here if you believe in the project. Looks like they make a ton of money. I think this is another... is this a healthcare company? BF.B? Brown Foreman? Ugh. Again, I don't like that chart. But if you know anything about the company, it's sitting at a pretty big low here. I mean, you're talking the lowest price since 2013 in 13 years, a 13-year low right now. So if you believe in the company, it's sitting at the lowest price in 13 years. So of course I got to tell you, it's a good time to buy, but I don't know. Again, you need to know what you're buying. We want to buy great assets at great prices. I have no idea what these guys do, but the technicals say buy it down here at 25. Okay. Ugly, ugly chart though. I think there's some better names to own, but if you know something about it that I don't, all the power to you, right? 13 13-year low, though. I mean, that's a long time. 13 years is pretty much half my lifetime. A little less than half my lifetime. I don't even remember what I was doing 13 years ago. What's this? Salesforce. Salesforce is green. I don't think you're cooked on this, right? We've gotten 1, 2, 3 signals down here at 165. I got stopped out on this. I am looking for a re-entry on CRM just because it's a humongous company. I like it down here. I'm actually looking for a re-entry on this. Okay, I got the green dot there last week. So, no, you're not cooked on that. Fig. Fig gave the signal here at 19 and one right here at 20. Why would you be cooked on this? But you should be up on both those signals. You should be using a stop loss on Fig, maybe at 20. ZS. ZS looks good too. All these are great. No, they all look really good. All 3 of those look good. BF.B is a dividend king. It's been around for 100 years. What's their dividend? I mean, dividends don't mean nothing if it's just... I don't give a crap about an 8% dividend if it's just going all the way down, right? I mean, this thing's down 65% since 2023. So, I mean, a company that pays a dividend that's just at the floor is pretty tough. I'm gonna look up to see what their dividends is real quick. BF.B 3%. That's nothing. They're trading at a 16 PE ratio. They engage in the production of alcoholic beverages. So I've actually been reading that a lot of people or a lot of Gen Z, the younger generation, they don't even drink. They're like smoking vapes and stuff. Like they don't even drink alcohol. So I think a lot of those companies are really hurting. But 3% dividend is nothing when the stock is down, a crap ton. So if you believe in the recovery of it, I don't like the chart at all. Personally, I wouldn't touch it. Unless I really knew something about the company. Unless I knew like the CEO and he told me about some insider information or something. That'd be awesome. But I don't, so. Looks like you guys are feeling good about the markets today. Happy to hear that. 75% of you feel good about the market today. Means we're doing our job here. That's great. What else do we got? Let's go back over here to the live requests. H-bar, we covered CSPR. That's CRISPR. What is this? Casper. Okay, and just another name that just rug pull, right? I think there's better names to own right now. Again, I don't know anything about this thing, so if you know something about it that I don't, great, but I don't like to trade charts that look like this. That looks terrible. Okay, again, we want to look for charts that are up and to the right. Look at AVE, up and to the right. We got ETH. Right, ETH up and to the right. Okay, Uniswap kind of up and to the right. I mean, technically it's up and to the right. Cake, this one's chopping around a little bit, right? Sui up and to the right, big pullback. So I just don't like those crypto projects that just look like they're a rug pull. We got PDD. It's a Chinese stock here. I think Chinese stock's going to perform very well. Chinese stock I'm playing is BABA. BABA's had a nice move over the last couple of weeks. I'm up on that position. I think I entered at like 110. I wish I would have averaged down here at 95, but I didn't. But that looks really good. PDD as well looks very good here as well. That gave the signal here at like 78. It's up to 85 now. I don't know what these guys do, but they make a ton of money. They're $15 billion a quarter. So our target's up here at 130 on that one. I'd be a buyer of that. We got Zillow. Zillow looks good too. I'm looking to enter Zillow as well just because I need some real estate exposure. I don't have any names in my portfolio that are real estate related. And Zillow is a very big company. They trade at a pretty big premium, but they do have a green dot down here on the weekly, so it looks pretty interesting here at 30. I'm eyeing this one just because it bounced here in 2023 and it also bounced here in 2022. It's very beat up, down from $90 down to 30. That's a huge drop. We love drops like that for good quality assets. I mean, I was just hanging with my wife today, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get on Zillow and look at houses," and that was the first thing she thought of was Zillow. So it's like, that's probably a pretty dang good idea. Like if you were gonna go search for a house right now, where would you go? You'd probably go to Zillow, and they sell leads to realtors, and they also do mortgages and things like that. So if the real estate market goes up or goes back up, which Trump's trying to pass some legislations to get it a little more affordable. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think the only way to make housing affordable right now would be to drop a 50-year mortgage. Right? There's 30-year mortgages. We need the monthly payments to come down. Right? Monthly payments for buying a house are insane right now. Right? So you need a longer mortgage so it could lessen the price. So I think that would do it. Trump's actually talked about that before too. TTD, I got burned on this one. I think I entered at like 21, got stopped out. It's got green dots all over, but again, it's just failing to break out. I don't know what's going to make this thing go back up. I don't know what their company's doing, why they keep going down, but ultimately I'm looking for us to break out above the orange line and close. If it can get over $21, I'll probably be interested again, but until then, it just keeps melting down. Okay, melting down. We're sitting down here at a 6-year low from COVID. 6-year low. It's an advertising company, so people just must not be advertising anymore or something. Not in this economy. What else we got? From the chat here, I see OXBR. If you guys got chart requests, now's your time to get them in. We're coming up here. We're about ready to wrap up here. Waves up here. So again, you're pretty close to the red zone. You might trim a little bit here, especially if you got in down here at 77 cents. Again, anytime I'm up 100% on one of these signals, I am taking profits. That was a beautiful 100% trade. Okay, if I'm up 100% on a trade, I'm selling half, right? So if I put $1,000 in and it goes up 100%, I now have $2,000. I'm going to sell 50% of that position. I'm going to take my initial investment out, and I'm going to let the profits ride. Okay, because then my risk is zero. My initial investment is zero, and I'm letting the profits ride if I think it's going to keep going up. But it has found resistance here at the blue line. Just how that can act as support, it could also act as resistance. So this looks like a real estate name as well. They don't make a lot of money. I'd probably be taking some off there. What else we got? Amazon bullish. Looks bullish. Got the green dot, but again, too far off the moving average for us. If you're going to play it, use a stop loss at 240. If you think that thing is going to keep going up, use a stop loss at 240. Another company that has earnings coming up here in the next 10 weeks. Jeff says he's got a 10-year mortgage. Dang, dude. Big baller. Big baller. Algo Rand. This thing's trying to put in a double bottom down here. That thing really needs to hold on to 8 cents. Really needs to hold on to 8 cents here. I'm going to leave it there, folks. We'll pick up tomorrow right here with AIFC and Mara. We'll be back here same time as tomorrow. I'll let you guys know down there in the chat. I had some things I had to take care of today. That's why we started a little late. But I kind of like this time here at 4 o'clock. So I might be changing up the live schedule a little bit just because my schedule has changed a little bit over the last week. But we're still live every single day. Just check YouTube, check Discord. We're live Monday through Friday. And we'll update you with the times and stuff like that if they change. So thanks for tuning in today, guys. If you guys are watching the replay, if you guys got some value, smash a like. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you got some value out of this. If you guys need anything, if you guys are watching the replay, just hit me up over here in the Discord. This is where we hang out and stay connected offline because, again, I can't be live all day long. We stay connected over here in the Discord. If you guys are not a member, you guys can join for as little as $4 a month over here by clicking on this link in the Become a Member tab. That will get you access to all the trade alerts, pretty much every single signal call out that we get from our indicators. You'll get access to the chats, the watch list. We drop a weekly watch list here. You'll be able to request charts, use our AI here. You guys can pull up any chart here. So if I missed your request or something today, you guys can use this feature to just look up whatever chart you want, and it will tell you what color the dot is. It'll pretty much pull up the same exact chart. We also have this live request thread here that will pretty much allow you to request charts. I know some of you guys are watching the replay. You can't make the live streams because maybe you live in a different continent or something like that. But you guys can put your chart requests in over here, and I answer these here in these videos as well. So if you guys got any questions, hit me up. We got support chat over here. My email is also in that thread where the trading indicator is down here, Overkill at overkillinvesting.club. Thanks again for tuning in today, guys. God bless you. Have a great rest of the evening. We'll see you tomorrow.